Hello and welcome to another episode of Dime Time. In this episode, we are going to be previewing the number 1 seed Boston Celtics versus the number 8 seed Chicago Bulls. Now, it's been a great season for the men in green. As a matter of fact, they snagged the number 1 seed from the reigning NBA champions, the Cleveland Cavaliers, all while riding the coattails of a guard who is 5'9". Whatever Isaiah Thomas has done this season has been spectacular. It's one of the greatest stories in the history of the NBA. He is a player who stands tops off at 5'9". I think 5'9" is a little generous. He's probably 5'7" or 5'8". But he managed to score 28.9 points a game while shooting 46% from the field and over 37% from the three-point line. Both those shooting percentages are better than the current MVP candidates James Harden and Russell Westbrook. The biggest upgrade for the Celtics, of course, was the off-season acquisition of Al Horford. Now, Al Horford is one of the most underrated big men in the league. Sure, his offensive numbers took a bit of a hit, but his passing numbers were up, and that's one of the reasons why the Celtics chased him so hard and eventually signed him. His ability to space the offense while he's on the floor, whether it is because he can step out and shoot the three, or whether he can or he can deftly pass while he's posting up, is one of the reasons why Al Horford is among the top power forwards in the league. Avery Bradley is one of the top 5 defenders in the league, an elite defender, and this is something everybody knows. But what's impressive is that he continues to improve his offensive games. He's once again put up career numbers this year. The rest of the crew, whether it is Jay Crowder, Marcus Smart, Kelly Olynyk, and even rookie Jaylen Brown, all did exactly what they needed to do to keep the Boston Celtics afloat this season. This is a team that has constantly overachieved over the past few seasons, and a huge part of their credit goes to the incredible basketball mind of their coach, Brad Stevens. Despite winning the number 1 seed, though, the Celtics' success is a bit of a mirage. Why? They have a huge problem against playoff-bound teams. The Boston Celtics managed to take care of business against weaker teams, but when it came to teams that have made the playoffs this season, their record is 20-21. And that's a problem when, you're in the playoffs, right? Coming to the Chicago Bulls, it would be hard to find a more dysfunctional season and a team than that are the Sacramento Kings. Yeah, so other than the Sacramento Kings, it would be hard to find a more dysfunctional team and a season. The Chicago Bulls experiment of putting 3 ball-dominant alpha dogs in Dwayne Wade, Rajon Rondo, and Jimmy Butler on the same team was a disaster. Sure, at the beginning of the season, Dwayne Wade and Rajon Rondo both confirmed that, hey, this is Butler's team, we are here to help, we want to win a championship. But nothing of their chemistry during the season suggested that everything was okay. There were bright spots though. Actually, there was just one bright spot. They made the playoffs. I mean, other than that, there wasn't really anything to cheer about this season. Jimmy Butler continues to grow as a player. He's a top 20 NBA player. On certain occasions, he's a top 15 NBA player. And that's a big leap from a guy who joined the league as a solid defender to now being a number 1 option on a playoff team. Oddly enough, though, and much of this season was odd for the Bulls, but oddly enough, they let Taj Gibson go in a deal with the Thunder. Now, why would you let Taj Gibson, a player of Taj Gibson's caliber, somebody who can control the paint, take care of business on the paint, why would you let a player like him go when you were already lost Joakim Noah in the offseason? Almost nothing about this Bulls season makes sense. Even the fact that they are in the playoff doesn't make sense. When it comes to head-to-head matchups, the two teams split the regular season series. There were a couple of blowouts, but largely those games were close. And that's the problem with the Celtics. The Celtics rely largely on their fourth quarter antics and Isaiah Thomas to deliver them wins. Now, that's going to possibly work against the low 8th seed and a struggling team like the Chicago Bulls. But if the Celtics are interested in making a deeper playoff run this season, they need to take care of that issue with the Bulls. Once you get past Jimmy Butler, the Bulls' offensive options drop off significantly. And Jimmy Butler is not going to have it easy. Not only does he have to contend against the Boston Celtics elite team defense, but he will have to contend against two elite defenders, Avery Bradley and Marcus Smart, in one-on-one situations. Those odds are not good for the Bulls, so expect the Celtics to take care of business and wrap up this series in 5 games. Thank you for watching. If you think you've got something better to say, please do leave a comment and definitely check out my other playoff previews.